Y'all got to bear with me, y'all. I'm back in this damn car again. I swear, y'all, it's getting to a point where I might have to say goodbye to y'all for a couple months and do up a hustle to get away from this doggone treacherous situation I'm dealing with. If y'all want to know more, we'll have a doggone live stream sometime soon. Bitch took off of work today. But anyways, on a more lighter note, honey doggone Tabitha Brown. Tabitha Brown got her show out called It's CompliPlated. It's been some years since I watched doggone Food Network, but once I found out what was going on with Tabitha Brown and them trying to cancel our girl, I was like, oh no, I got to make it a point since I'm now unemployed. So I said, well shit, I ain't got nothing but time at this point as I hustle up and try to get another damn job. Like I said, that's why I might be getting gone from here, because I was not trying to be on no second shift type of job, because those are the only hours that I would theoretically have free. Because it's like nighttime, I want to be sleeping. Morning time, I got to get ready to go for work. That's why second shift ain't good for me. But at this point, I ain't going to have no choice but to get a second shift job, because this struggle life, I ain't trying to go back to this. And I ain't trying to lose my car. Like, honey, I thought my car was going to be gone a couple days ago, child. Honey, CarMax being lenient with my ass, honey. But Tabitha Brown, who not being lenient with Tabitha Brown as Food Network, they ain't liking her for whatever reason, whether it's her black southern mannerisms, her being a Christian, this, that, and the third. Honey, they trying to put Tabitha Brown on the death slot in the middle of the afternoon. And then not only that, but they put her at 1 o'clock. Now, for the soap opera junkie, y'all know 1 o'clock is when Days of Our Lives come on. I was like, oh, now y'all trying to have her compete with the doggone daytime crowd. Because you know that's when Days of Our Lives come on. That's around the same time that the court shows are also on and shit. So it's like now she got to go up against all this daytime doggone demographic. Also for the parents, it's like 1 o'clock going into 2, because she's an hour-long show, I believe. It's like now you got her doggone getting cut off towards the end because the folks had to go pick up their children and whatnot. Lord, he about like a bat out of hell up in this doggone parking lot. But yeah, y'all, I made it a point to see the show. It was season 1, episode 3. The theme is her along with 3 judges, and it's always 2 random judges, I guess. What they do is they judge off of vegan criteria based off of what the guest judge is. And the guest judge is like a real life person who they have to do. It's not like you just can make any vegan dish. Like the catch with one person is she wanted Cajun food, but you couldn't use no peppers and you couldn't use no onions. So it's like, okay, Cajun food. So we already taken out the shrimp, the sausages and all of that, the crawfish. But then you saying we can't add no peppers? How the hell you gonna do a spicy Cajun dish with no peppers and then no onions? Honey, but they made, and it has to be vegan. They made it work, honey. And with each one, it's 4 doggone contestants. And each round they eliminate one. They eliminate 2 people, and then the last 2 go up in the finale, and then the winner wins $10,000. I'm trying to think who was the first one that got kicked off. Oh, it was the sister, the black sister. She got kicked off first. I can't even remember the doggone food dishes like that. I know somebody was making something with grits, making it vegan with the cheese and whatnot. What else stood out to me? Somebody made a strawberry shortcake with almond flour and strawberry puree. That's going into the second round. But yeah, the sister lost the first round. Second round was they took the sister off from Louisiana. She looked like she might be Creole-ish or whatnot. Then they brought in another southern sister. She suffers from diabetes. So now you got to fix a dish for her that contains no salt and it is low carb. It was like no salt, low carb for her dish. So in comes the conundrum with them trying to make something for her. Oh, and she had a proclivity for pulled pork. She missed the pork filling, so you had to create a replica of pulled pork with darn going no salt and darn going low carbs. Now, how the hell you gonna pull this shit out? How you gonna create a sauce with no salt? But they made it do. Honey, one person was making darn on sauce with darn on blueberries. I was like, now how is this fixing to go? Now how in the hell you want to make blueberry sauce taste like darn on barbecue sauce? And then another person, one person was using heart of palms. Another person was using diced mushrooms. Now I use mushrooms myself for a substitution for fish. Like I know how to do the long mushrooms and make them seem like make them, you know, fix it up like fish. And then the round mushrooms, I use that for a substitution for oysters. I'm not vegan, by the way, but I love vegan dishes. But I've never seen nobody do mushrooms for imitation of pork. But they managed to rip it up in such a way where it made imitation of pork. Now, one girl, she's like a white Latina. She made a whole quesadilla. And I was like, oh, I know this bitch going on. It's like, now the theme is Southern, pulled pork. The taste, they gave her great remarks on the taste. But it was like, once again, it's giving Mexican. It gave a good quesadilla. It did not give the feeling of like a pulled pork sandwich. And once again, they couldn't use traditional bread because one of the requirements was, and I think regular bread is made with egg, if I'm not mistaken. But they couldn't use regular bread because it had to be low carb. So they was using substitutions for bread, like they was putting the dish in some sort of almond flour bowl that was edible. Another person was putting it in a biscuit, I believe. She did a tortilla wrap. Honey, darn going, she got gone. Last round is now both of the girls, both of the guest judges are back. And Tabitha Brown wants them to do a dessert. And for the dessert, it had to be a Southern-based dessert. The whole theme was Southern. So it has to be from the South, Southern essence. And it has to meet all the requirements of everybody. So naturally it had to be vegan. It had to be, well, see, they didn't have to worry about old girls' requirements because it's like, well, who's going to be putting onions in, what was her restrictions? No onions, no peppers. It's like, okay, we don't necessarily have to worry about that for a dessert challenge. But old girl who low carb, no salt, no sugar. Now, I was like, now, honey, how in the hell y'all fixing to pull this shit off? How in the hell you fixing to do a dessert with no form of refined sugar, low carb, so no regular baker, no regular flours and shit like that? How's we about to pull this off? Honey, they pulled it off, honey. Black dude was making like a strawberry streusel. He made something with, not strawberry streusel, but he made peaches and cream, something of that line. A peach strudel or something. Peaches and cream, where it had the peaches and then it had the cream. But even the cream, you couldn't use regular cream because of the restrictions. So he made the cream out of something, and I was just mesmerized. I was like, wow, this is not what I was thinking that this show was going to be. I was thinking that this was going to be just Tabitha Brown, but this is a whole competition show. And it's like the vegan version of Food Impossible, like where the big buff guy, you know, has to make these dishes in like record-breaking time on the spot, where he has to darn going deal with all these darn going stringent darn going conditions. This is like the vegan version, the competition version of that type of show. So I was like, this is a good darn going type of show. See, now where they fucking with our girl Tabitha Brown? They finally got a good... Honey, I ain't seen a black bitch up on there since the Neelys. Now, I'm not saying because I have peeked at advertisement. They've had some black people, but nobody ain't drawn me in since darn the Neelys was together. Y'all know since then, they done broke up. They've been separated, over 10 years now. Both of them have lost weight. Y'all remember when the Neelys used to be both thick and fluffy? And they used to always couldn't keep their hands off each other in the damn kitchen and shit. They was always lovey-dovey. Honey, Miss Sister darn slim and trim and shit. Now, it would be nice if they would be able to come back to Food Network and, like, you know, on their own individual shows and whatnot. But, yeah, that's the last time I seen some black people down to the Food Network was down home with the Neelys. So, y'all know I was naturally rooting for Tabitha Brown. And this show is a hit, so I will be tuning in as much as I can from 1 o'clock up until I have to work this second shift. Another reason why I was loathing this shit, because it's like, shit, I got to get ready to be on the road by the time her show comes on. If I end up going to the job that I end up having to go to. But at the end, though, it was down to the older white guy and the, about, I would say, he was late 30s, early 40s. White boy wanted the $10,000 for his wedding. The black guy is in an interracial relationship and he's having fertility issues. And so he wants to use the money towards IVF treatments. Now they always, when it's, you know, they always want to put the issue being on the woman. It could possibly be usurped. But hopefully they find that situation out and he's able to have his beautiful biracial baby. He won, and that was that, y'all. So that was the Cliff Notes version of Season 1, Episode 3 of Tabitha Brown. And the show is called It's Contemplated. So I was loving it. It was a good solid hour. And like I said, if you don't have time to view it, you know, DVR it for people who still have that. If you have, you know, satellite or cable that allows you to record it that way. I had the cheapest package with Spectrum, honey, so I ain't able to do none of that, honey. But I wanted to make sure she has her views in real time, because it's like, even if I was to watch it the following day, you know how they try to do our shows. Like, we still ain't heard nothing from P Valley, and I always made sure to catch it. Maybe not that Sunday, but always within 2 days of the show coming out. But you know, they always move the goalposts for us, so we have to make sure Tabitha Brown makes it to another season, and they move her to the appropriate time slot towards like 7, because I think she was originally scheduled for like 7 o'clock. But then they moved her all the way to 1 o'clock. Last minute. But needless to say, I'm still rocking with you, Tab. And for my folks who can, like, even if you work at home and you can't necessarily watch the show, just have it on in the background, have it on mute or something. If you have somebody at the house, make sure they have the shit turned on, even if you can't watch it, so she can still get the view count, because they don't know if you actually watching the shit or not. But let's make sure as many people has their TVs on channel, well, I was about to say 66, but it varies based off of what state you're in. But the network is Food Network. The show is called It's Contemplated. It's a vegan competition show where, honey, there is a series of twists that are thrown in that you never thought would happen, because we thought, hell, if it's vegan, that's the doggone twist right there. But vegan dessert with no sugar, pulled pork with no doggone salt, like stuff like that, honey, and they pulling off. Like I said, this is interesting. If you definitely are a foodie, I implore you to check out her doggone show. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And no, this is not going to be no, this is just a one-off situation. I am not actually reviewing the show, like, so don't expect no reviews. I might pop in every now and again to give my thoughts on the show here and there, but it's not I'm not going to add it to my already long list of shows I'm watching. It's not really that long, but I'm so late with the few shows that I have, and like I said, my schedule about to get hectic. I don't want the try to squeeze in Tabitha Brown, but I will definitely be supporting nonetheless, and I encourage y'all to do the same. But that is it, y'all. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all soon with more videos.